showroom has mastectomy and fashion bras for every size. Bands from 30 to 56, cups from AA to P. We have sport, maternity, and nursing bras. We custom fit fashion bras with pockets for mastectomy clients. Our certified fitters help you find the perfect bra.
Women's flat track roller derby is played on a variety of floors and surfaces, including concrete, sport court, and wood. The track layout is 108 feet by 75 feet and is flat and oval. It also includes both outside lane and infield area for officials. You'll notice there are two primary lines across one side of the straightaway on the track. The back line is called the jammer line, and jammers must start each jam behind that line on the track. The other line is called the pivot line, and blockers start the jam anywhere on the track between the jammer line and the pivot line. Once the jam starts, the skaters are allowed to skate forward, past these lines, and start making contact. But they must stay on the track at all times, if they can help it. Roller derby is played in increments called jams. Each jam lasts up to 2 minutes. Both teams field up to 5 skaters at the start of the jam. 4 of these skaters are called blockers, and 1 is called the jammer. The jammer wears a helmet cover with a star on it and scores points for the team. The blockers are playing both offense and defense at the same time, and together they make up what is called the pack. The 2 jammers start each jam behind the pack and must get through all of these skaters for an initial pass before they can begin to score points. When the initial pass is complete, a jammer can score 1 point for every opponent they pass with their hips. The first jammer out of the pack legally is declared lead jammer, which means they can end the jam anytime they want, before the 2 minutes are up. Sounds easy, right? Roller derby is a hard-hitting contact sport played on quad roller skates. The object of the game is simple: score a point for every opponent you pass. But getting there is not so simple. At the beginning of the jam, each team fields a jammer. The jammer is the skater with the star on her helmet, and she is the only one allowed to score points for her team. After the whistle, each jammer must make what's called their initial pass through the pack before they can start scoring points. On each subsequent pass, they can score 1 point for each opposing blocker they pass upright and inbounds on the track. If a jammer completely laps an opposing jammer, she can also earn a point for passing her. Each point is scored by the jammer's hips getting past her opponents, not her skates, requiring speed, agility, and even a little creativity.
boys. Test. Hello? Hello? Test. La 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 la. Hello? Testing. Testing. Echo. I'll be testing. There we go. We are 3 mics live now. Oh, might got the 3 Musketeers up here. Better yet, 3 Stooges.
That works out better. 3 Musketeers, but without the good candies. Without the good candy.
Testing. There we go. It's time to party. 4 minutes. We're ready for Derby in 4 minutes. We all look good. Feel good. You say you were getting married? Yeah, in September. I thought I'd walk up here and I'm like, hold it, what that year? Yep. Wow, congratulations. That's awesome. Fine institution there.
He hasn't killed me yet, so
Yeah.
we've been living together for a couple of years now. So I mean, I figured at this point I may as well, just lock it down and call it good.
There you go. Lock it down.
And put up with you this far. Which team you want to introduce to? Steve, purple or?
Yeah, I'll go purple since they're first.
Okay.
I told them they were coming out first.
Okay. I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. That's kind of, I don't know. Well,
That's purple.
right.
Which one is Rocky Heartbreaker?
That's Rosie Wrecker. We're all there, right there.
Right there.
No, over there.
There's the 14 over there.
I think maybe that's why the accident. I don't know. They got 2 14s?
Yeah, they do.
All right. They do. Okay, that's Warhol over there. Oh, no. She's down there. Yeah, she's all dressed up. Nowhere to go.
What's up?
Let's do this. Here, this is just getting built.
Oh, thank you. I just forgot about it. Oh, I know. He's awesome. How have you been? Yeah, well, at least it gets you out, gets you moving, gets you exercising. Oh God, me too. I put on this skirt. I was like, oh, it's a little tight.
We are 1 minute away from Derby action. Come on, people. We're going to start in 1 minute. Where was the rundown? Are we doing national anthem first?
I don't know. We usually do intros first, then the national anthem. I think we'll do intros.
Yeah. Look, you can record one thing. Welcome here. Yeah, there you go. That'll work.
There you go.
I like that. And then we'll jump right into the team. Love that. There we go. I thought that was my phone for me. I don't want to knock it off. There we go. So, ready, set, riot again?
Yeah, ready, set, riot.
Testing. Don't know. Spectators of all, welcome to 2023 Roller Derby. Woo! After a brief hiatus since last winter, is everyone ready for some sweet roller derby action?
All right, we're going to start out with Capital Corruption, our purple team. Starting out, number 8, Bam Bam Rebel. Number 56, Deacon Bruce. Number 68, Flame. Number 102, Jugs Bunny. Wearing number 81 tonight, Mo Problem. Number 44, Skull Dozer. Number 89, Social Smacktivist. Number 25, Beef. Watch out for number 95, the Mind Killer. Wearing number 14, Warhol. Coming in with number 18, Herta Reno. Watch out for number 70, Kriller Queen. Wearing number 2 for the purple tonight, Andy Wardall. Wearing number 14X, Rosie Wrecker. Number 74, Gail Skaten. Rounding out the purple, their captain, number 22, Yarma Gaddon. The coaches, track coach is Tux, bench coach is Staraga. Let's make a nice round of applause for Capital Corruption.
And now, wearing gray tonight are the Broadberrians. Number 14, Annie Despenko. Number 44, Cosmo. Number 3, 2, 1, Demolition. Number 27, Evil Shred. Number 12, Foxin' Mad. Number 331, Hemlocked. Number 5, Candence. Number 21, Mick Jammer. Wearing the appropriate headgear, I see. Number 104, riding that night train. Number 73, Odd Acity. Number 29, Sarah Sasson. Number 30, Voodoo Dolly. Number 23, Shiv Tyler. Number 88, Ready, Set, Riot. Number 10, Lucille Brawl. And your team captain, number 517, Highland Kapow. The Broadberrians will be coached tonight by Ms. Hyde and Abby. Joining us in the stripes, you know, I know, you know, Stan Kehoe, Ring Masters, Centripetal Force, Don't Be a Karen, and Mongo Sapiens.
Now, if we could all rise for our national anthem.
Ready, set.
Oh, after a skate around.
Yeah.
Nobody told us about that. Show her the program. Tell her name's on the program. She doesn't have a choice.
Okay. And ready, set, riot. We're ready when you are.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming? And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Woo! Yeah. And she said she didn't want to do it, but when your name's on the program, you got to do it. Hey, what's going on, man? How are you? Did you get a haircut? I just saw your hair. I'm like, wow. Man. All right, we're ready for some derby action here at Court 1 Training Facility.
Bout is refereed by You Know I Know You Know, Stan Kehoe, Ringmasters, Intrimital Force, Don't Be a Karen, and Mongo Sapiens.
Glad we got the clipboard. That's a good idea. We don't know whose clipboard it is.
All right. And it looks like lining up on the jam line for the Capital Corruption, we've got number 25, Beef. Going to be joined on the gray team by number 12, Foxin' Mad.
Let's see if we can keep track of it.
Got a little jammer on jammer action there at the back of the pack.
That's what we like.
Foxin' Mad trying their best to break up that two-wall there in the front. And Foxin' Mad is going to be your lead jammer. And Gail Skatens comes to join us to celebrate the first penalty of tonight. And look at that, taking that inside lane like a pro. Foxin' Mad scores the first points of tonight's first bout, putting the Broadbarians on the board with 4 points.
Her Torino had the star pass. I don't know. We all missed that, but it didn't matter. So I throw that in for sidebar. I'd like to remind everybody, Lansing Rolling Derby is selling all kinds of merchandise over there. You can get a grab bag. I think it's $10 for a grab bag. $10. There's all kinds of cool stuff in there. They got 4XL shirts over there. They got mouthpieces. They got a little bit of everything. Out there is number 70, Kriller Queen for the Corruption, going against
number 29, Sarah Sasson. And look at that. Sarah Sasson coming out in front. She will be your lead jammer.
Yeah, she took a nice outside lane there on turn number 2. Coming up to the back of the pack. Let's see what she can do.
Hey, you made a little rhyme there, Juicy.
You were rhyming, I don't even know it.
Hey, that looks like 4 more points for the Broadbarians. That's going to bring them up to 8. Capital Corruption yet to get on the board here.
Hey, Ethan, do you get your money back?
And it looks like we got Andy Wardall, number 2, on the jam line there for the Capital Corruption. And she's joined by somebody wearing gray, number 27, Evil Shred of the Broadbarians. Oh, my bad. That's Mick Jammer of the Broadbarians. Sorry about that.
She's not paying attention to us.
I get it, man. It's looking pretty intense out there. And Capital Corruption getting a boost there. Andy Wardall will be your lead jammer.
Empty sin bin at this time. It's nice we got the board back. I love the board in the middle of the track. Each skater's allowed 7 penalties. If you get 7 penalties, skates are off. You go bye-bye. There's no golf this time of year. So how many people in the crowd are new to roller derby? Let's see your hands. All right. It's quite a few. We're going to try to help you get through it. What you want to do, the skaters with the stars, they're called jammers. It's very confusing, but in your program, their job is to get through the pack, then come all the way around, get through the pack again to score some points. If you have any questions, you can ask any of the skaters. You can ask the officials. Never ask the announcers. Right?
Right. Oh, look at that. That was quick. Number 12, Fox and Mad. She will be your lead jammer. Kriller Queen of Capital Corruption just half a lap behind there. And it's like Fox and Mad's going to score 4 and call it off. That's going to bring the Broadbarians up to 12. Capital Corruption still at 2. Andy Wardall having put a... Oh, never mind. Capital Corruption put 6 on the board there in that jam.
It's a good hustle points there. And then once the announcer announces the points, they always change it on us, so it's sad for us up here. What do we got?
That looks like Sarah Sasson on the jam line there for the Broadbarians. And that's number 20. That's number 25,
Sarah Sasson
Beef.
with a quick move on
jamming.
the inside with some toe stop work, but looks like was boxed to the outside. Looks like a direction was called on 2-3, Shiv Tyler.
There's your lead jammer coming into turn 1 right now. Number 29, Sarah Sasson. Hot on her heels is number 25, Beef. Oh, looks like she might have stole a point. Oh, look at that. I can pay attention.
That's going to bring the Broadbarians up to 15. Capital Corruption trailing at 7.
Looks like a little camaraderie going around on the backside of the jam line right now. For the Broadbarians, we have...
Nope, I'm wrong. 8. Bam Bam Rebel.
Oh, Bam Bam Rebel for Capital Corruption going up against the one, the only Lucille Brawl.
Bam Bam Rebels' first game back in probably about a year, so welcome back to the fold, Bam Bam Rebel.
Oh, and she's coming back with a vengeance, Juicy. Looks like she's going to be your lead jammer.
Quick little soul crush from Capital Corruption's captain, Armageddon.
Yar doing a nice job keeping that Broadbarians jammer. She's really making Lucille Brawl work for it there at the back of the pack.
Bam Bam Rebel makes it through, grabs 4 more points for the Capital Corruption, brings us within a 4-point game with a shade under 23:30 to go.
And it looks like Lucille Brawl went for the star pass in this jam. Number 23, Shiv Tyler now taking the star for the Broadbarians, and that's going to be the jam.
And if that isn't confusing enough, when they pass the star is where everybody's like, what? But you can only pass it to one person, and that person is?
The pivot, Juicy, and the pivot is designated by a big stripe on her helmet. Looks like we got number 12, Fox and Mad, doing a little dance back there on the jam line for the Broadbarians. I believe that looks like Kriller Queen of the Capital Corruption.
What they're at right now for the newbies in the crowd, that's called the jam line. When they start, there's a 5-second countdown. and then all heck breaks loose.
High stepping on the inside. Kriller Queen.
Yeah.
Also, the easiest way to spectate roller derby is to clap, make a lot of noise, and cheer. That's the easiest way to figure out how to watch roller derby.
Oh, look at that. Cutting through on the inside. Kriller Queen's going to score 4 and call it. That actually is bringing Capital Corruption into the lead. You know what that means, Juicy?
It's a lead change.
change.
Anytime there's a lead change in roller derby, you have to drink. Whether it's water, pop. We are not serving alcohol tonight.
That you know about.
We'd like to remind people there is chips and popcorn. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I didn't see the popcorn. Snacks, all kinds of good stuff over there in the concession stand.
Oh, and Sarah Sasson going 3 for 3. She's going to be your lead jammer. Andy Wardall just coming out. Sarah Sasson, relatively new to Lansing roller derby, coming to us from the world of roller hockey, though.
Well, she looks good,
hockey.
that's for sure.
Score 4 and call it. You know what that means? We now have a tied game. Both teams at 19. Already, this is shaping up to be a very exciting bout.
Lucille Bra out there for the Broadbarians.
That's going to be Kriller Queen for the Capital Corruption.
It's an all skate.
Kriller Queen also, and Kriller Queen will be your lead jammer. Kriller Queen also relatively new to Lansing roller derby, one of the team's youngest skaters, and she's definitely been making a name for herself on the track these last few months.
You got to love how she gets up on those toe stops, and wow, except for right there.
I know.
Gets up on the toe stops and just tiptoes around everybody. We got one going to the box for the Broadbarians.
Oh, this is going to be a power jam for the Broadbarians. It looks like Kriller Queen picked up a penalty there.
Power jam.
And for the newbies, a power jam is what we call it when one jammer goes to the penalty box. It's a power jam for the team whose jammer is still on the track. The team with the jammer in the box switches entirely to defense, and things get pretty exciting, as you can see.
Hard drive trying to take on the inside. The Armageddon with some good work there. The captain, number 22.
Of course, Armageddon, longtime veteran of Lansing roller derby, putting in more than 10 years as a skater and as a real anchor and asset for the team off the track.
And organized as heck.
Oh, I know. I'm so jealous.
Oh, a little baby Apex jump there. The Apex is in the middle of the rink there, if anybody's wondering what we're talking about. And she tried to make it, but she got a track
Kriller
cut.
Queen picking up a second penalty on this jam, making it a double power jam for our friends in gray. And looks like Cosmo taking a hit. Cosmo taking a hit there from the invisible blocker just as the jam is called.
So we'll be starting the next jam with a jammer in a box. We call that a power start.
Yep, that's another word to put on your derby vocabulary list, because at the end of tonight's second bout there will be a quiz.
You being a professor, you love your quizzes.
And the refs love their timeouts. But it actually took them about 7 minutes to have their first timeout of tonight's bout.
That's pretty good.
I know, right?
So we'd like to tell everybody we're all going to the Mayfair bar after this. This is being live streamed at the bar for those people that just want to sit and get trashed and watch derby, which we're working, that's right.
Yeah, we're working. We're working. No alcohol for us. Oh, and look at that. We are back into action. That's what that long whistle means, guys. Timeout's over.
So we got a power start here for for the Broadbarians. Maybe. Wait for it. Yeah, in 5 seconds.
About 2 seconds now.
And we are back. That looks like Mick Jammer wearing the star there for the for the Broadbarians, and she's going to be your lead jammer. Only jam. And on the straightaway there, Mick Jammer coming up against that 3-wall, but she's out. She's just put 4 points on the board there for the Broadbarians. The game is all tied up, ladies and gentlemen, 23-23. And Kriller Queen is out. We got both jammers in. Kriller Queen, of course, will not be your lead jammer.
Getting a lot of coaching. I can hear it from here. And the reason Mick Jammer called that off because the jammer was coming up behind to score some points. So that was a good call off because you don't want the other jammer to scoring points, which I just confused the heck out of half of you. So my apologies.
Speaking of being confused, I'm not even sure if that was a lead change or not, Juicy. The score.
I think it was.
Yeah, I think it was too. Everybody drank.
Got a drink.
I think we're going to miss a few lead changes with this game tonight, Juicy. It's just been so close. And that's Flame taking the star for the first time this evening for the Capital Corruption. And Flame will be your lead jammer. And that is, not sure that's not Sarah. I do not think that's Sarah Assassin. That's the gray team. Number 12, Fox and Mad. Oh, never mind. Flames just called it off.
It's pronounced Flame.
Flame.
I kind of like that, really.
It's all fancy.
We'd like to thank Skymint. Skymint's one of our premium sponsors here for Lansing Roller Derby. I don't think they're here. Are they here, Mo? Yeah, I think their GPS was there's too much smoke in the car. They couldn't find us. But Skymint really supports Lansing Roller Derby, and we appreciate everything they do.
And if you haven't guessed what kind of business Skymint is yet, Skymint also supports your right as a Michigander to get baked.
Sarah
We ain't talking
Sass
about
is the lead
cookies.
jammer. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about getting baked.
That's okay. Sarah Sasson going 4-4 tonight. And she's calling it. We got another tied score. It's 20. No, I spoke too quickly. Broadbarians now at 29. Capital Corruption at 25. Still very much anyone's game. This is exciting.
Yeah, this is a good way to start off the season here at Court 1 for Lansing Roller Derby. Stick around for our next game. We're going to have what we call a newbie with freshie newbie, a lot of new skaters, fresh skaters. It's kind of cool to watch, to be honest with you.
Okay, so it looks like we got Kriller Queen back on the jam line for Capital Corruption. And that is number 10, Lucille Brawl, jamming for the Broadbarians. Kriller Queen is going to be your lead jammer.
Let me borrow. I don't know what I want to borrow. I'm looking for something.
Well, they still got Tom's Food Center is a new sponsor.
Yeah, good old Tom. Freaking Tom, man.
And both, it looks like Kriller Queen coming on our scoring pass, gets past Candence there, putting 4 points on the board there for the Capital Corruption. And we have another tie. But what's this? Lucille Brawl also putting points on the board there for the Broadbarians. Lucille Brawl. I don't even know how you say that. Lucille Brawl.
One thing we haven't shouted out to our EMT, Betta Blocker's here. She's always here. No? Nobody's here? Just Laura? Are you the only one? Where was the other?
Yeah, where's
Okay.
Betta Blocker?
Okay, no Beta. My apologies.
So
I'm looking around to announcer, but no, there isn't a derby game can start without EMT in the facility, whether they're in the bathroom or standing out here. They have to be out by the track. So we thank Laura, and we're going to fine beta blocker.
So that's it. Looks like Andy Wardolph. Oh, Andy Wardolph
Jammer,
almost
jammer.
made it. That's number. Oh, she's Andy Wardolph's lead jammer. That's right. But number 12, Fox and Mad, forcing a call off there. Double goose egg on that jam.
That was a good call off, too, because, yeah, there could have been points scored. 21. Oh, look at I got this
Which
right.
color?
Gray.
All right, so that looks like Mick Jammer, number 21 on the jam line there for the gray team. And she'll be joined by number 8, Bam Bam Rebel for Capital Corruption.
Full allotment of skaters. We call that an all skate. All skate.
Mick Jammer getting forced to the back of that pack there. Rosie Recker doing a nice job holding down that 4 wall there.
Bam Bam Rebel trying to get through there, but good work. Oh, Yarmageddon's going to plow the way.
Oh, we got Jammer on Jammer there. It is too close to call, but Mick Jammer is technically lead, and Mick's going to.
Wow, that's 2 jams in a row that the jammers were together and they called it off. That's pretty impressive.
I know.
If we go for 3 in a row, we're going to the bar.
I think we're going to the bar regardless.
Score still all tied up, 33 versus 33 here. This looks like Sarah Sasson back on the jam line there, but look at that. Kriller Queen is going to edge her out. Kriller Queen is the lead jammer. Sarah Sasson passes her on the turn, a third forced call off in a row and a third double goose egg jam.
Well, I guess I'm going to the bar. You guys take over. Or start a tab. I did say 3 in a row.
We got
Flame is out there for Capital Corruption.
I believe that's Fox and Mad, number 12 for the Broadbarians.
Fox and Madden has a cheering section here. She doesn't know it, but there's her hairdressers here. I met her. I did.
Shit. That's hilarious.
They've never been to a derby game.
Going 2 for 2, Flame will be your lead jammer. Fox and Mad, Yard doing a nice job forcing Fox and Mad to the back of that pack. A jammer cannot pass, cannot enter the track ahead. Oh, I forgot. Looks like, who is that? I'm not sure who that is.
Oh, we're going to know
Number 18, Herderino getting called off there on a forearm, I think. Flame's going to call it.
Nice work by number 68 in purple.
Looks
Flame.
looks like Flame put 3 points on the board. That's a lead change, Juicy.
Oh, my God. I wish we had out. Andy Wardall out there for the Corruption.
And it looks
21.
like that's going to be number 21, Mick Jammer for the Broadbarians. I know, Juicy, with all the lead changes we've had in just this first half, if there was any rum in this Diet Coke, we'd be hammered by now.
I'd be gone. I'd be getting another one out of my car.
Capital Corruption putting up some serious resistance there. Mick Jammer having to really fight her way through that pack. But fight she does. Mick is going to be your lead jammer. Andy Warhol taking a tumble there on turn 1.
Mick Jammer just looks like I'm on a Sunday skate. Got her hand on her waist. Sunday stroll. Excuse me.
Andy Wardall's getting called off on a track cut. This is going to be a power jam for the Broadbarians.
Power jam. Power jam. I'd like to give a shout out to all our photographers in the house. The only one I haven't seen is Kim Weirs, but Gary and Ball, Alan Snell, David Oliver, and David Rando, thank you for being here and taking pictures.
Taking a call off from the floor. Mick Jammer's going to call it. That's going to bring the Broadbarians up to 40. Capital Corruption still at 36.
Coming up to jam number 19, 8:30 to go in the first period of the first bout.
And this is and Andy Wardall still in the box. This is going to be a power start for the Broadbarians. They put Sarah Assassin on the jam line yet again, looks like.
Who's done a nice job jamming so far.
Oh, excellent. She was tearing it up during black and blue, and she tore it up just then. Will you look at that? Sarah Assassin is your lead jammer. Both jammers in. Andy Wardall back on the track there. Taking hits from all sides is what it looks like.
Oh!
And
I don't know what we call that, a little bunny hop?
I
Bunny hop
guess,
jump?
yeah.
It was pretty cool.
Sarah Assassin just putting 4 points there on the board for the Broadbarians, and she's going to call it. That's going to bring the Broadbarians up to 44. Capital Corruption at 36. We want to thank Tom's Food Center, new sponsor and a platinum sponsor for Lansing Roller Derby this season. Tom's Food Center. Food should be fun, adventurous, and affordable. I don't know. I think those 3 things could lead you down some real interesting paths with some food, Juicy. Fun, adventurous, and affordable. I don't know.
I don't know about the affordable part.
I hope they're fresh. I hope their catch of the day wasn't caught on the grill of somebody's Ford. You know what I'm saying?
Kriller Queen out there for Capital Corruption as the lead jammer going up against Fox and Mad, trying to get through past Armageddon, but we know how that is.
Whoa! And a pivot. Pivot is on the jammer, and the pivot has to let her go. Fox and Mad is out. She will not be your lead jammer. Kriller Queen coming very close to lapping Foxen, and Kriller's going to call it off. Double goose egg jam. Back to Tom's Food Center. Tom's believes in supporting Michigan and are invested in the schools and communities they serve. You can come visit them at Grand River Avenue in Okemos or Grand River Avenue in Portland.
One night we also got Front Room Under Fashions. That's one of our favorite sponsors, isn't it, Lexi?
Oh, I know. It sure is. They are the Front Room Under Fashions, best things next to your skin.
We going to start this early?
Maybe. Let's see what's going on the track, though. Looks like number 10. That is Lucille Brawl. She will be your lead jammer.
Or as our screen says, Lucille Brawl.
Lucille Brawl. Bam Bam Rebel out. She will not be your lead
Justin.
jammer. And it sounds like Lucille Brawl just called it. And we got Sarah Sasson, number 29, going back on the jam line there for the Broadbarians. Going to be joined by number 25, Beef of the Capital Corruption.
We'd like to remind everybody, we'd like to thank Devin Chop, live streaming over there working hard. We're up to about 118 people online watching this game right now.
I know. She's just going by Beef tonight, I guess. What is it going by? Beef. Beef. And it looks like Beef going for the star pass there. Meanwhile, Sarah Sasson cruising out, making it look so easy. She will be your lead jammer.
That's from that one bout, black and blue. Remember when they all had different names? Where's the beef and what was the other one? Cheese.
Sarah's going to score 4 and call it. That's going to bring the Broadbarians up to 50. Capital Corruption still lagging at 40, but this is still very much anyone's game. And we've got Cosmo there on the jam line for the Broadbarians. Going to be joined by number 2, Andy Wardall of the Capital Corruption.
We'd like to remind anybody at halftime there's pop, there's chips, there's all kinds of snacks over there. Don't forget to visit the merchandise booth. If you leave here with money in your pocket, you're making a huge mistake. And if you want, you can contribute to our drinking fund later.
Andy Wardall taking a ride there on Mick Jammer. Coming out of bounds, she's going to be forced to the back of that pack. Andy Wardall looking to that pivot to help her get through on her initial pass.
Nice push out there on turn 2 by Candence when she was trying to keep her balance.
Dozer out of that penalty box, going to try to break up that Broadberian wall for Wardall. And look at that, Wardall is out. She is going to be your lead jammer.
Down by 10. She's got it. Number 7. Nah, number 2.
Number 2, yeah. And I think Cosmo still working her way through on that initial, and Cosmo's getting sent to the penalty box there, I believe on a back block penalty. Oh, and an insubordination, that's, oh, forearm, thank you. So it's going to be a power jam for the Capital Corruption.
Candace with another nice hit on Andy Wardall. She's kind of owning her on these turns 1 and 2.
4 points going on that board for the Capital Corruption. Andy Wardall's going to call it.
Look at this, down by 2 with 2:33 to go in the first period.
And we've got Broadberians calling a team timeout.
We'd like to remind everybody, if you look in the program, that also does tell you what is going on. Isn't that a Barry White song?
No,
like
it's
that?
Marvin Gaye.
Marvin Gaye.
What's going on?
Yeah, I'm not going to say what I was going to say, so we're
It's
going to go
all right.
move forward.
It's okay.
Yeah, boy. Don't forget our community partner is Helping Women, period. Helping Women, period is a 501c3 tax-exempt nonprofit organization committed to supplying menstrual health products to people that menstruate and who are either homeless or low income. Any donation amount is appreciated, and a little goes a long way. So one thing about Lansing Roller Derby, they're always giving back to the community.
Oh, that's right, Juicy. Okay, and that sounds like we are back into action here. Of course, this is going to be a power jam for Capital Corruption. Kriller Queen is going to be their jammer at the moment.
I'd like to remind everybody now, LRD, Lansing Roller Derby, also has Junior Derby. We're trying to get a good Junior Derby team started here.
Kriller Queen taking the inside. She's going to be your lead jammer. Oh, Kriller Queen taking a tumble there on the straightaway. She's got to line up to that back of the plat, coming up against that 3-wall there of Broadberians. Gail Skate trying to help lead the way there. We got both jammers in. Cosmo having served her double penalty there out of that penalty box. That's going to be 4 points going on the board there for the Capital Corruption. That's
a lead change.
That's another lead change, Juicy. And it looks like Cosmo managed to steal a point there, so that's going to bring the Broadberians up to 50. Yeah, we've got just under a minute left in this first half of tonight's first bout.
Hey, why don't we make some noise for both these teams out there? Come on, people. Let's hear it. That's not good enough. I said let's hear it. Come on.
So we got Fox and Mad.
You know what you got to do.
Fox and Mad coming around the outside, making it look easy. Fox and Mad will be your lead jammer. Bam Bam Rebel still working her way through on that initial pass. Shiv Tyler putting up some serious resistance there. Fox and Mad taking a hit from the invisible blocker there at the front of that pack. She's got to get past Beef. And Fox and Mad's putting 4 points on the board there for the Broadberians. But
Bam Bam Rebel doesn't look too happy about it, does it? It's like,
I don't think she is,
Yeah.
Juicy.
Oh, a tiptoe call off. I love it.
And looks like that's 4 points going on the board there for the Capital Corruption. And then and that's gonna be a 15-minute intermission, people.
Woo!
Don't forget, like Juicy's been saying.
The Mitten Mavens are a local roller derby organization, a 501c4 in the East Lansing area. Roller derby is super important in our community and for our culture because it gives women the opportunity to be aggressive and to be strong and to be vocal and to be proud about their bodies no matter what sizes and shapes that they are. Our recruiting process happens all year round. We're an open enrollment organization, which means that people can join at any time throughout the year. However, we do host biannual boot camps, which are the best time for people to join. We run one in the beginning of the winter, so in January, and then we run a second in the summer, usually starting about June. And during those boot camps, we train people who have never skated before. You don't need any experience at all. You can support the Mitten Mavens by coming to our home bouts. That's the best way you can support the Mavens because not only does it grow the awareness of the sport, it grows our fan base, which we love to have as many fans as possible at our home bouts. So you can also get involved with this league by joining as a non-skating official or a referee or a volunteer. You can check us out at www.eastlansingrollerderby.com.
Helping Women Period is a nonprofit that provides menstrual products to homeless and low-income people in mid-Michigan. We were created because there's a need for these products, and nobody wants to talk about it. A lot of the people that we help who can't afford these products or have to choose between food for their children and buying these products for themselves, they're under the poverty level. You know, they only make $800 a month, if that, and they have to pay for everything. And when a product costs $10, that's a big chunk out of your monthly bill.
Well, in the past, I used to actually had a very good job, and I was capable of buying products for my wife and $2 that I have now. But times are rough, and my wife got ill, and everything went down the hill. So it's good that community like this help out, and I appreciate that.
We can provide that 1 year's worth of product for $35. We have over 145 community partners right now. Helping Women Period provides 500,000 items annually to those 145 partners. We do this with the help of about 10,000 volunteer hours, which is a pretty amazing thing. Since our inception, we've distributed almost 2 million products in Ingham, Eaton, Clinton, and Shiawassee counties. My daughter was in middle school, and if she had a surprise period, she'd have to talk to the principal or her teacher, and then the principal's office, and then her counselor to get product. Or she could go use a machine in the school, which might or might not work, and it costs 35 cents. So we thought that that was one more barrier for kids of any socioeconomic level, and we just wanted to start promoting free access. So we've installed 2 machines already, and we're working on 4 more in the next week.
They provide so much more than just tampons and pads. A woman has to decide between, do I feed my kids or do I do this? Not just taking that one woman and giving her something, you're giving the whole family something because it's one less thing she has to worry about.
Front Room has mastectomy and fashion bras for every size. Bands from 30 to 56, cups from AA to P. We have sport, maternity, and nursing bras. We custom fit fashion bras with pockets for mastectomy clients. Our certified fitters help you find the perfect bra.
three. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, and the long whistle means the game is back on.
Let's get on.
Let's get it on.
So Sarah Sasson making pretty quick work of that 3-wall there. She's going to be your lead jammer. Quiller Queen sneaking through on the inside. She will not be your lead jammer. And it looks like Sarah Sasson put, is that 4 or 3?
Looks like 3.
3 points on the board there for the Broadbarians. That's going to bring the Broadbarians up to 61. Capital Corruption still at 53.
That's what you call hitting and quitting.
I know.
Get it and go.
I know, right?
You don't even charge for that.
My God.
And in my world, that sounded okay. Hertorino out there, number 18 for the Capital Corruption.
And she's going to be joined by number 12, Fox and Mad of Broadbarians. Oh, I know.
We got whistles going off all over the place.
Hertorino smashing through that pack. And it looks like Fox and Mad just got called out on a track cut. This is going to be a power jam for Capital Corruption. This could be a chance they need to edge out ahead of the Broadbarians on the scoreboard.
Fox and Mad's fitting her too because she's not happy about that call. Shaking her head. I didn't do nothing.
Lucille Naral giving a good bit of blocking going into turn 1.
We have a new look here with the announcer booth as one of our announcers is wearing those sharp gloves because she's cold.
It's freezing in here, Juicy.
I feel like you should have like one of those long sticks with a candy cigarette in the end of it when you wear those.
That'd be kind of like that. I forget what they call those things too.
And it looks like Hertorino put 4 more points on the board there for Capital Corruption. That's gonna put Capital Corruption back in the lead. It's an all drink.
All drink, lead change. That's what you call a butt call off there, sliding across the track on the apex, calling it off.
And we missed a star pass in there, Juicy. I saw Shiv Tyler wearing the star at the end of that jam. And we got Mick Jammer, number 21, back on that jam line for the Broadbarians. And number 2, Andy Wardall, jamming for Capital Corruption.
I just like saying Capital Corruptions.
It is fun, isn't it?
Just a great name. Plus it fits every...
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Lawmaker,
Mick
yeah.
Jammer sneaking through the inside. She will be your lead jammer. Andy Wardall, neck and neck. And what is this? Andy Wardall's ahead by a nose. Going to force a call off there by Mick Jammer. Another double goose egg jam.
Donuts.
And we got Sarah Sasson jamming again for the Broadbarians. Going to be joined by number 8, Bam Bam Rebel for the Corruption.
26 minutes to go, period number 2, game number 1. 5-point lead.
Sarah Sasson scoots past Flame and Deacon Blues. She will be your lead jammer. Sarah Sasson just on fire tonight, picking up lead in all but twice. Bam Bam Rebel not too shabby either. Sarah Sasson, score 4 and call it. We call that hit it and quit it. It's going to bring the Broadbarians up to 65. Capital Corruption still at 66. We got Fox and Mad back on the jam line there for the Broadbarians. Going to be joined by the Kriller Queen for Capital Corruption. And Jugs Bunny has Fox and Mad there in her sights, holding down that 4-wall. What is that? Fox and Mad taking a hit off Herderino. And Kriller Queen's coming out in front. She will be your lead jammer.
Oh, not a lot of. Holy, I'm just looking at the roster. There's not a lot of people.
Retired. And another hit it and quit it, courtesy of the Corruption. 4 points, and Kriller's gonna call it.
One of my favorite terms in roller derby.
Hit it and quit it. I know, it's fun, isn't it?
This is a great thing. Not an apex jump, because you don't see it enough.
No,
I love
you
a good
don't.
apex jump.
Yep. So that's number 21, Mick Jammer on the jam line there for the ladies in gray. Going to be joined by number 2, Andy Wardahl of Capital Corruption. And Andy goes to the left, and she goes to the right.
Stand up, sit down, fight, fight, fight.
Oh, my God. You want me to have bad high school flashbacks? Worst 4 years of my life. And Mick Jammer is going to be your lead jammer.
I love how Mick Jammer's just eyeing the back of the pack, trying to pick which way she's going. She went inside and scored.
Oh, and it looks like Mick picked up a track cut. Oh, and she got. Yeah, well, she picked up a track cut and an insubordination. That's going to be a full minute in the penalty box for
Power jam.
Mick Jammer. That's right. Juicy Power Jam for the Capital Corruption.
Power Jam sponsored by Tom's Market, one of our new sponsors here for Lansing Roller Derby. There it is. I found Tom. Since 1982, good old Tom's.
Strive to have more for their customers. Food.
Good opportunity for Capital Corruption here as they got 2 in the box, 1 being a jammer.
Capital Corruption. It looks like Andy Wardahl put 4 more points there on the board there for the Corruption.
3-2-1 destruction with a try to get a hip check, but we had a swing and a miss on turn 1. This penalty box is full.
Andy Wardahl looking for that hole in the pack there, and she finds it. 4 more points on the board for the Capital Corruption.
Well, let's see if we get a little jammer on jammer action, because I think Mick is a little pissed off.
And well rested. Full minute there. No, I've gotten the insubordination penalty before. It sucks, because it means you're going to be doing a twofer in the box.
Just to let everybody know, there wasn't anybody at halftime, and anybody had most penalties were 2. You get 7 in roller derby, so it's been a nice, clean game.
Everybody's probably staying in for the duration. Oh, we got Sarah Sasson back on the jam line there for the Broadbarians. She's going to be joined by Flame of the Capital Corruption, and we have an official timeout.
Officials timeout sponsored by Mayfair Bar. Our theme this week is all denim. You got to wear the denim. Bringing back the
denim.
Bringing back the Brittany and Justin from the TRL days with the all denim.
Oh, wow. All right, we also want to say thank you.
No problem's going to go strolling. Sorry.
We want to say thank you to Lansing Roller Derby's platinum sponsor this season, Skymint. Skymint, premium cannabis, farm to stash, grown right here in the Mitten State. Cannabis lovers, love of cannabis, love of the community, and love of munchies. Skymint, keeping Speedway in business since 2021. Deacon Bruce doing a nice job on Sarah Sasson. She's got to let her go. Sarah will be your lead jammer. Flame taking a hit from the invisible blocker on turn 1. And Sarah already putting 4 on the board there for the Broadbarians. Flame still on her initial pass. Broadbarians now at 69.
Yeah.
69.
83. Both standing in the box, 2 in the box, but Sarah Sasson's just put on a clinic today, even though they're down by that many.
4 more points, bringing the Broadbarians up to 73.
Yeah.
We got a 10-point game. Capital Corruption still in the lead.
Ooh, look at that. Flame is now.
Now, Flame was
Had
going
it.
for the star pass, but it didn't work out, I guess. Herderino trying to put the hurt on Sarah Sasson. Sarah getting knocked out of bounds, decides to call it.
And pun intended.
And looks like Sarah picked up 3 more points there. That's going to bring the Broadbarians up to 76.
I know. I always thought of that. Bam Bam Rebel out there for Capital Corruption.
Joined by Fox and Mad of the Broadbarians.
1 in the box, 2 in the box for the Corruption. So we're not going to call you out, Warhol. But at least Warhol knows she did something wrong. She's okay with it.
We actually found out that the penalty box chairs are the most comfortable chairs in the arena.
And Fox and Mad will be your lead jammer. And very fast-moving pack out there. Fox and Mad coming through on that first pass.
Bam Bam Rebels coming up with a...
Yar puts up a fight, but Fox and Mad makes it through and calls it. That's going to be 4 points there for the Broadbarians.
Up on her toe stops, tiptoeing around turns 3 and 4, grabbing 4 points, pulling it within 3 points.
Through the tulips.
Ooh, Tiny Tim. Let's see. I think we got I don't know. He might be down there.
So we got number 10, Lucille Brawl, back on the jam line there for the Broadbarians. Going to be joined by Kriller Queen of the Corruption.
Look at them lining up close to each other, too. Like, all right. Whoa.
I was going to say,
Lucille
Highland
Brawl
Kapow's
found a ghost hole right at the jam line.
Kriller Queen going to be your lead jammer. Oh, and it looks like this is going to be a power jam for the Corruption.
Power Jam sponsored by Helping Women, period. They're one of our community partners. Please donate.
And that's going to be 4 points going on the board there for the Corruption. We just, with only 13 points below the century mark here. And Kriller Queen, of course, not slowing down, going to take a hit there.
One reason Lexi mentioned the century mark, a century mark is another time when you all drink.
No, that's right. We can't forget that. It's actually in the official WFDA rules.
We don't know who wrote the rules, but we love it.
So we got both jammers in. Lucille Brawl back into action. Oh, my gosh, and Kriller Queen is getting called out on a forearm. This is going to be a power jam now for the Broadbarians.
Down by 15. Good opportunity. Got about 45 seconds left in jam number 9.
And Ready, Set, looks like Ready, Set, Riot has the star. Ready, Set, Riot now on her way to the penalty box. We got, never mind. Ready, Set, Riot still very much back in the action there. She got to put the star on her head.
She stepped out there a little bit. But, oh well.
Okay. And Kriller Queen now back in the action and putting 4 points on the board there for the Corruption. That's going to bring the Corruption up to 99 points.
Woo! 1 point away.
1 point away. I think she's about to earn that point, Juicy.
I think she got 2 more.
And
they're going to lose. No,
she got 3 more, and the Capital Corruption has crossed the century mark. It's an all drink.
You know, I wasn't going to go to the bar after this, but you keep talking about drinking so much. Oh, yeah, that's right. You got pizza. The pizza's not that bad.
So we've got Sarah Sasson back on the, never mind.
Oh, they do? Maybe I'll get that.
Sarah Sasson just leaving the track, and it looks like Ready, Set, Riot picked up a penalty there at the end of that last jam. This is going to be a power jam for the Corruption. Andy Wardall, number 2, only jammer on the track, and the Broadbarians are putting up some serious resistance there.
Ready, set, Riot's ready to join the party. Back on the track, number 88. But Andy Wardahl, you know what's going to happen here. I do. Do you?
I got a good idea, Juicy. Ooh, take it. Ooh, nice hit. I believe that was Audacity. Gonna
Nice
force
takedown.
Gonna force Andy Wardahl to the back of that pack.
Look, walking out right now is one of our grab bags. Get a grab bag for $10 from merchandise. I only see 4 more of them over there. They got a little bit of everybody in there.
And speaking of 4, looks like Andy Wardahl just put 4 points on the board there for the corruption.
Demolition back out on the track. Bam Bam Rebel coming out for the corruption.
And Fox and Mad, number 12, going to be coming out for the Broadbarians.
Yeah, I think she's going to need her hairdresser after that, who's never seen a roller derby game and is here tonight.
Wow. How cool is that?
I tried to explain to him what was going on, and he just looked at me like, what the hell are you talking about?
Hey, you know what? One time when I was still skating derby, my insurance agent came to a bout.
Hopefully it wasn't your health insurance.
Auto.
It's auto? Okay, cool.
He played football with my dad in high school. Okay, Fox and Matt is going to be your lead jammer.
Yeah. A 28-point lead here for Capital Corruption as Fox and Matt is trying to bring them back, grab 4 points. One going out.
Good bring the Broadbarians up to 84, but looks like Bam Bam Rebel also put 4 points on the board there for the Capital Corruption. Fox and Mad's got to get past Deacon Bruce. Deacon puts the stop to that, and Fox and Mad's going to call it. Looks like 2 more points going on the board there for the Broadbarians, bringing them up to 86, Capital Corruption at 112.
Kriller Queen out there for the Capital Corruption.
We got Mick Jagger, number 21, jamming for the Broadbarians.
1 in the box for each team.
Jugs Bunny eyeing Mick pretty hard there in the pack. But
Kriller takes the outside lane. Nice work. She's your lead jammer on jam number 12.
And well, that was pretty graceful. Like Mick Jammer's got to get past Shiv there.
I mean, I fell over in my chair watching that.
I know, right?
Voodoo standing.
And that's 4 more points going on the board there for Capital Corruption. And Shiv's got to get up.
Torino, yep, laying some wood out there.
And it looks like that, whatever that was, sent Mick Jammer to the box. It's going to be a power jam for the Capital Corruption.
Power jam sponsored by Skymint, one of our premium sponsors. Skymint is a premium cannabis farm to stash.
All right, looks like that jam going to bring the Broadbarians up to 88, just 12 points below that century mark. And Corruption up to 119. We got Beef jamming again for the Capital Corruption.
On a power start. And we have, they haven't called them officials, but they're over here on turn 1. And they usually talk about later in the game, what they're having on their pizza, but it's too early for that stuff.
They're putting in their drinks for the second bout. Drink orders.
About this time, yep.
Drink orders are going out.
Yeah, drink. They're calling Mayfair Bar. We're all heading to the Mayfair Bar. Mo Problem said he's got the first round.
Audacity trying to.
He didn't look real confident there.
Audacity trying to keep that 4-wall for the Broadbarians steady. Trying to keep Beef at the back of that.
Shiv Tyler thought they would take a quick little break in the timeout bin, also known as the penalty box.
Beef still stuck in that pack, working her way through on that initial. Beef gets out. She will be your lead jammer. Mick Jammer back in the action. She's going to take a hit off of Yar. Got to line up.
Beef's only jammed about 4 or 5 times tonight, but Every time Jam has done a nice work.
Of course, yes, that's right, Juicy. Beef, of course, also known to her friends as Speedy Tweety. And Beef's going to take a tumble there on the outside of that track, coming up against that 2-wall there on the turn.
Looks like they're trying to star pass.
And Beef's going to put 4 points on the board there for Capital Corruption. Yeah, if I were Mick, I'd be going for a star pass too.
She's in position, but
Beef's coming around.
Nice work.
Again. Oh, look at that. Evil Shred's going to hit her to the outside. Beef's going to call it.
She's going to call it and say, I got to sit down.
But it looks like she picked up a few more points. That's going to bring the Capital Corruption all the way up to 126. Broadbarians at 88.
10:20 to go, coming up to jam number 14. Don't forget, the popcorn's over there, the pop's over there, chips, all those candy bars.
Sarah Sasson jamming for the Broadbarians. Number 2, Andy Wardall out there for the Capital Corruption. And it looks like Deacon Bruce and the rest of them are ready for Sarah there. Flame's going to try to come in for an assist. Sarah Sasson, you know, shaking and baking her way through that pack. She will be your lead jammer.
Yeah, she kind of just pushed Andy Wardall out of the way and said, excuse me, I really need this.
Oh, Sarah's going to call it. Oh, we have a skater down.
Empty. So we're just glad Candace is back with us and sitting here chilling, and she's also just got engaged, so congratulations to her.
Okay, looks like we got Fox and Mad back on the jam line there for the Broadbarians.
Going against Bam Bam Rebel
of the Capital Corruption.
One in the box for the Corruption.
Let's make that Well, one in the box for the Broadbarians. Oh, and Fox and Mad almost out. Yep, gets past Yar. She will be your lead jammer.
Looks over to her bench. Coach, what do I do? Skate. Get those points. You're only down by a few.
That's right. 38 points, not much in Derby.
I was waiting for you to do the math.
Yeah, it takes a few minutes for me, you know.
Math
I'm
isn't your
kinda
strong point.
Yeah, I'm kind of slow. It looks like Capital Corruption. It looks like we got both jammers picked up 2 points in that jam.
Kriller Queen out there for the Corruption. Going up against number 10.
That's Lucille Brawl for the Broadbarians. And look at that, Lucille Brawl is out. She will be your lead jammer. Kriller Queen very close behind. Kriller Queen looking to, hoping to force a call off there.
He's probably like that the whole time. None of us noticed.
And Lucille Brawl calls it double goose egg on that jam.
Andy Wardahl out there for Capital Corruption. We just wonder if her mommy's living in Cincinnati today. Is she? She better be. Andy loves you, Mom.
Fox and Mad back on the jam line for the Broadbarians. We're seeing quite a bit of Fox and Mad jamming tonight. Same thing with number 2, Andy Wardahl of the Capital Corruption. Andy Wardahl coming up against that strong four wall there. And Cosmo takes a hit from the invisible blocker. Andy takes advantage. She will be your lead jammer.
This is fast.
Oh, it is. And Fox and Mad hot on her heels, hoping to force that call off.
Oh.
And Foxen gets her wish. It is.
Got 4.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Andy Wardahl stole 4 points there. That's going to bring the Corruption up to. Up to 132. Yeah, I know.
Every time we say the score, they change it. So
I was just waiting to see if they changed it. Okay.
Bam Bam Rebel out there for the Corruption.
Sarah Sasson jamming yet again for the Broadbarians. Sarah Sasson could just be what the Broadbarians need right now with 6.5 minutes left to go in this first bout. Deacon, Bruce, and Yar doing their best to keep Sarah back. They're going to force Sarah to the back of that pack. Oh, Sarah just got a penalty. This is going to be a power jam. For the Capital Corruption.
Power Jam is sponsored by Tom's Food Center since 1982. One in Okemos, one in Portland. Bam Bam Rebel makes it through on his Power Jam, grabbing 4 points. Not what the Broadbarians needed at this time. Heard a whistle. We got one coming in for the Capital Corruptions. Jammer back out on the
track. It looks like
track.
Bam Bam caught herself on that cut just the nick of time, circling around to the back of that pack. Both jammers in. Sarah Sasson zooming through that initial pass.
Just muscled her way through there.
She's been doing
like
that
a swim
every jam. Every jam tonight, that's what Sarah Sasson's been doing. It's really something to see. And it looks like Bam Bam Rebel did pick up a few more points in that jam. That's going to bring the Capital Corruption up to 139. Broadbarians just 10 points below that century mark at 90.
5 minutes to go, coming up to Jam 20. Kriller Queen out there for the Corruption.
And we got number 10, Fox and Mad, laying it down for the Broadbarians.
Foxen going to the outside.
Brawl, my bad.
Oh, no, yeah, you're right.
And Kriller Queen is going to be your lead jammer.
Lucille Brawl trying to make her way on the outside. Good work there by number 74, Gail Skaten.
And Kriller Queen picked up a penalty there. It's going to be a power jam for the Broadbarians.
Power jam.
A much-needed power jam.
Power jam sponsored by Front Room Under Fashions. That's all I got.
Well, it's kind of what I figured. And Lucille Brawl, and that's good. And Lucille Brawl's going to put 4 points on the board there for the Broadbarians. Broadbarians trying to keep that pack moving slow. Let Lucille pick up all the points that she can. And it looks like it was a no pass, no penalty. It looks like, Lucille Brawl did pick up 4 points there. That's going to bring the Broadbarians up to 98. Both jammers in. Pack moving a little faster.
30 seconds left and jam
4
number
more
9
points,
down.
and the Broadbarians
Century mark.
have officially crossed century mark.
Woo-hoo. These rules are so hard to follow.
Oh, what is this? Kriller Queen also picking up 4 points there for the Corruption. That's going to bring the Corruption up to 147. Broadbarians at 102. This is a 45-point game with just over 2 minutes left to go. And it looks like Kriller Queen picked up a forearm there.
So we're going to start the next jam number 20, on a power start.
Another power start for the Broadbarians. Looks like Don't Be a Karen just smelled a fart.
Fox and Madden out there for the Broadbarians. Remind everybody, when the end of this game is over, we'd like you to surround the track, high five, low five. You can headbutt a skater if you want. I'm okay with it.
Just make sure, they're wearing a helmet. You're not, so keep that in mind.
Oh, shoot, we didn't do any shout-outs.
I don't think we had any today. So Fox and Mad going to be your lead jammer.
I just tell them it's for my beer drinking afterwards. People come on, but I do give it to the team.
And Fox and Mad getting caught up by a pack full of Corruption there. And she is out. That is 4 points there for the Broadbarians. Oh, looks like Yard's going to come in to sit for a double penalty.
Oh, ouch. What a way to go out on a game.
Yeah. And Fox and Mad coming out for, 1, 2, 3, 4 more points there for the Broadbarians. But Kriller Queen now back in the action. And Fox and Mad is going to call it, going to hold the Corruption scoreless. That's going to bring us up to a 39-point game with just over 1 minute left to go. Make sure you stick around for our second bout of the evening, the Freshie bout, black versus white. You're not going to want to miss that.
It'll be black versus white. We couldn't come up with any other colors today, so that's what we went with. So we got
Is that Herderino? Yeah. We got Herderino jamming for Capital Corruption, and Sarah Assassin is back out for the Broadbarians. She will be your lead jammer. Oh, Mick Jammer taking a hit there from the invisible blocker. I hate that invisible blocker. She always strikes when you least expect it.
Let's see what we got. We got 4 points there.
And just
timeout.
And this timeout is brought to you by Front Room Under Fashions. Front Room Under Fashions, of course, the best things next to your skin. They support Lansing Roller Derby in many ways, but closest to our heart is the personalized cross your heart. Nope.
First
My
team.
bad. Fitting and amazing
We're gonna
sports
wave,
bras
all right?
to
I'm gonna
help
come
our skaters
do a
in
wave.
this high contact sports. Front Room Under Fashions, because Woofta says the boobs are a legal engagement zone.
And we're going to do it with a wave. All right.
We haven't given a shout out to Sisuzu, SISU. They're a mouthguard sponsor here. There's some over at the merchandise table that are for sale. They're pretty reasonably priced. Great mouth guards, and I can't. Sisu?
I don't know how to say it. I actually thought that was a credit union.
does kind of look like a credit union. But it could be Spirit of Christ, too.
Spirit of Christ Church.
Amen.
For when you need to confess your sins on the track to someone other than the WFDA Board of Directors.
Bam Bam Rebel out there for the Corruption, going up against number 10.
Number 10, that would be Lucille Brawl.
I don't know why we always forget her name.
Yeah, I don't know why either.
And Bam Rebels, your lead jammer, coming into Jam 22.
And
the
this
Armageddon's out of the box.
possibly going to be the last jam of this bout. The period clock has ended. And that's going to be 4 points on the board there for the Corruption. Bam Bam, she knows this game's in the bag for the gals in purple. She calls it. That is going to be the bout, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's give these skaters a quick round of applause.
Great work to both teams.
If you want to surround the track, give these skaters a high five, low five.
And make sure you stick around for tonight's second bout, black versus white. It's the freshie bout.
So right now, this is an unofficial score. We have to wait for the official score before we can do an all skate around. All right, I guess Capital Corruption's going to take it, so still unofficial. Let's make a nice round of applause for Capital Corruption. Let's make a nice round of applause for the Broadberries. We will take a short intermission, get some popcorn.